Yeah, what steps do you take this week to correct the run defense after you had a string of strong games against the run, but then obviously a season worst last game?
Really, the biggest thing was, coming in here after the game, watching the tape, making the adjustments as coaches and players, and looking in the mirror, seeing what you did wrong, seeing what how you could have helped the team more, how you could have done your job just a little bit better. Because we know what we're capable of and what we've been doing for the majority of the season, and that wasn't it last week. But glad we got one more week to at least go out there together as a group and have a little fun, get another crack at it.
Travis.
Hey, Christian, good afternoon. Yesterday, Josh Boyer mentioned something about one faction of why the run defense did allow as much yards as it did was because you guys were trying to scheme up some negative plays and maybe attack and go get it. And I know that's one of the things you've talked about before with playing your job and then also being aggressive and kind of taking chances. When you play 40, 50 snaps in a game, how do you kind of balance the decision to play aggressive and try to go make a play versus, okay, I can't take a chance in this position?
Well, majority of the time you just got to do your job anyway. But then there's often a few plays throughout the game where it's like you just know what you're going to get based off your film study, based off practice, based off your preparation. If you do it the right way, you're like, okay, I have a pretty good beat on this. Or just throughout the flow of the game, you kind of, you can find where you can take your chances and things like that within the scheme, of course. That's kind of the biggest thing. But yeah, like I said, we're just going to make those adjustments this week and, hopefully put a better result up there on Sunday.
Barry?
Christian, as Brett uncovered, you not only lead the NFL in tackles by a defensive lineman, but you have the most by any Dolphins defensive lineman since at least 2000 this century. Do you take pride in either of those?
Honestly, yeah, like I always take pride in my performance and always want to do well. But, that's something, I'm not necessarily focused on, I just try to take a game by game, play as hard as I can. Maybe at the end of the season, I'll look up and be like, that's pretty cool, whatever. But I'm still locked in for this last week. Not really thinking about that. And, who knows? Maybe, I'll feel differently after this week.
And what's a specific area do you think you've become a better player this year?
Really just my overall knowledge of the game, understanding schemes, how offenses try to attack us, and my overall knowledge of our scheme and what we're trying to do. And where, again, like kind of what I was alluding to earlier, like where I can take shots in our defense and in our scheme and where it makes the most sense, like kind of just understanding if this happens on the front side and I'm on the back side, then a play is here to be made, or vice versa. If I do this, play's coming my way. If I just do this, then, that's open someone else up or whatever. Just overall understanding the scheme and what we're trying to do defensively.
Thank you.
Al?
Hi, Christian. We all see some of the things that Emmanuel has done to help this team this year. I'm wondering from your perspective as a guy who plays alongside of him, how would you describe what he does to make players around him better?
Yeah, it's actually funny with Ogbah. He's such like a low maintenance, like even kill kind of guy. So like even in like the toughest of situations, Ogbah's just like, hey, like he's just himself all the time, just cool, just chill. So, that's kind of nice to always see. He's got that like vet, like, he's one of the most vetted guys in our room. And, he's just got great playmaking ability, like that get off, his ability to pass rush is impressive. And, it's good to kind of know that, if I just rush this way on the interior, that might free him. I know he's going to do his job and that might make a play for him. And that overall helps our team. And, he's just a great teammate, fun guy to play with. Like I said, even kill, very smart player, and can just affect the game in a lot of ways, whether it's batted passes, he does some really good things on the edge in the run game, pass rush and all that. And I'm glad he's been with us for the last couple of years. He made my game better overall. And, I'm sure I've had a few moments where things weren't super easy or for me, whether that was on the field or mentally or anything. And I was just there like, hey, Chris, you good. Just be yourself, play your game, just helping from that standpoint. And he does that for all the guys. So that's definitely important, his leadership and just everything he brings.